everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gitte Mary and today I am going to share with you 50 different things that you can do if you are completely new, completely green, to zero waste and sustainability and you want to start living sustainably now. These tips are also specifically tailored or designed for people who do not have their own household but live either with roommates or parents. I'm also talking to you if you live completely by yourself or with your partner and you are completely green. Again, to zero waste and sustainability. This is also still for you, but it was requested that I talked more about different tips and small things that you can do. Also, if you live with your parents. I actually have another video about that as well, but that is more tailored to how to communicate with parents and roommates that you want to be more sustainable, and perhaps how to talk to people who do not live sustainably and how to communicate back and forth, how to take care of your mental health in that situation, that kind of stuff. So if you want to watch that as well, I will leave it down below so you can go and check that out. These are going to be down to earth, practical tips that you can start to do right now. Some of them are a bit DIY-ish and others are, like kind of low effort, small things that you can start out with. I hope that makes sense. Let's just get right into it. Reuse old clothes by cutting them into napkins or makeup remover wipes. Regrow vegetables in your window and eat them once they're big enough. You can also learn how to mend or sew so you can fix your clothes once they break. YouTube has tons of great guides. Wash your clothes less. Many clothes just need some fresh air or a quick trip in the freezer to remove slight smells, so wait with a big wash until they're actually dirty. If you have a garden, you can also start growing your own vegetables or herbs. If you don't, there are tons of things you can grow inside your room as well, like different types of herbs, lettuce, flowers, legumes, and so much more. They just need sunlight and water. If you have solid soaps, you can save the scraps in a jar and combine them into a new piece. Make your own canvas bags from second-hand bed sheets or curtains. Take shorter showers and let your hair dry naturally rather than using a hairdryer. Instead of buying fully grown plants, you can make saplings and sprouts from plants you already own or from plants that friends and family own. You can also grow plants from seeds found in vegetables you buy from the grocery store. Let fresh air into your room or into your home. By creating a fresh and healthy indoor environment, you can actually avoid a lot of hazardous cleaning materials down the line. You'll typically also use way less air fresheners this way. A really great way to make sure your food and drink habits are more sustainable is by drinking water rather than drinking sugary drinks. You can also use a reusable water bottle rather than buying plastic bottles. Make your own lunch to avoid pre-packaged lunches and fast food. In your home, you can propose a veggie night once or twice a week where you cook or you cook with other people, vegetarian or vegan. You can find some good sustainable starter recipes down below. Wrap your lunch in fabric or wax wrap rather than using a plastic bag. You can also participate in the grocery shopping and give your input into what can be bought. You can also show where money can be saved from buying less packaged options. Start meal planning or meal prepping together or do it by yourself. It is often cheaper and reduces food waste. And wrap dinner leftovers as lunch for the next day, especially if they're to be wasted otherwise. Olive oil is a great body exfoliator and it can be a great way to relieve dry skin. You can use it on your legs, your stomach, your arms, and basically anywhere. In terms of oil, instead of buying expensive hair masks, you can use natural ingredients to achieve similar results. Both olive oil and coconut oil are a great way to combat damaged and dry hair. It does wonders for my split ends as well. Banana peels can also be reused as an exfoliator for plants. Rub the inside of the peel on the leaves, it is so good for them. Wish for experiences as gifts for the holidays, or bring a canvas bag wherever you go shopping or to school or work. You can also pick up trash, either by arranging a trash pickup event or simply by picking up a few pieces when you see them in nature or on the street. Refuse small promotional freebies like flyers or pins or pens or buttons that you don't really need. Those items often end up in some junk drawer and we don't need that. Whenever you're out at restaurants, you can choose the vegan or vegetarian dish. It's not something that inconveniences anyone else. This is especially good if you don't always have the option of having those types of meals at home. Remember that vegan and vegetarian dishes aren't only for vegans and vegetarians. Have a glass or a cutlery set in your bag whenever you're out for picnics or going on trips in case you have to avoid some disposables. Don't give in to the pressure of buying new clothes for every formal event or party. Repeating outfits is both stylish, good, and sustainable. When spending quality time with friends and family, propose doing something that is free and also costs less resources, like going for walks in nature, swimming, picking mushrooms or herbs, collecting trash, or going secondhand shopping. Propose offline quality time is also a good idea, so cooking together, playing board games or card games, or watching non-streaming content like old DVDs is also something that's great, especially if you have the DVDs already or if you find them secondhand. If you have the option to walk or bike rather than public transportation, and if you have the option to use public transportation rather than taking the car. When on holiday, buy sustainable souvenirs, like support local craftspeople and artists, buy souvenirs from second-hand shops, or bring home eco-swaps that you will use daily. Tell your parents or partner that you do not want fast fashion or other cheap and unsustainable products, and then propose an alternative like experience gifts or vouchers. Use the holidays to wish for sustainable swaps or ethical clothing items. You can make it even easier for your friends and family by making a wish list with links of sustainable products that you're wishing for. If all they have to do to give a more sustainable gift is click a different link instead of having to do tons of research themselves, it's more likely that you will actually receive the more sustainable gift. If all else fails, wish for cash. I tell family that ask for my birthday wishes that I'm saving up for a big trip, which I always am. And they ask no further questions as to why I don't want clothes or electronics instead. Bring up ideas that might improve the household and save your parents some money. They might not be into it always, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Sit down and watch a documentary about sustainability with friends or family. It creates a shared knowledge about these issues that is super important. Do not replace your electronic devices when they're still functional, and take good care of them so you can have them for as long as possible. If you're a person who menstruates, check out period-proof underwear, reusable pads, or menstrual cups. For schoolwork or any other kind of work, find refillable pens rather than using disposable pens, or look for supplies in thrift shops. You can spend your own money to replace small objects around the house like your toothbrush or your floss, or you can wish for them for smaller occasions. When you run out of something in the house, propose the eco alternative. That way it does not feel like a waste of money to them, because nothing functional is discarded to make room for green things. Generally include the financial benefits of reusables. How much money is saved from having a water tap or using canvas bags, etc. Try recycling paper at home. I have a guide here on the channel, and it is both really fun and a great way to make your own zero waste art supplies. Use jars and tins from the grocery store as storage containers in the house or just in your room. For pencils, brushes, kitchen tools, dried goods, for having salads or pasta on the go, or as a drinking vessel. You can also use the lid of jars as a soap holder to make sure your soap lasts as long as possible, aka less waste. Choose non-paraffin wax candles when picking out candles. Paraffin is derived from petroleum, which is what plastic is also made from. Choose green gear for your phone, like a compostable phone case or a solar-powered power bank. The best thing you can possibly do is simply just do your own thing. Bring your own canvas bags, bring your own cutlery set, use reusable water bottles. Do all of these things no matter what your family or your friends or your roommates say, and simply just live your own best eco life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. If you have any other tips for people who might want to start living sustainably, or perhaps live with their parents, or are in any other situation that make living sustainably kind of difficult, leave them down below so we can learn from each other. I absolutely love when you do that. You can also give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, both of which would make my day. I would also like to say before I end this video that it is super easy to be frustrated or overwhelmed with sustainability. There's so much content out there, there's so many different tips, and it can be really easy to feel inadequate, that you're not doing enough. But if you're thinking about your impact, if you're thinking about how you consume things, if you want to live more sustainably, there might be tons of reasons why it is impossible for you to do it perfectly, but just remember that is okay. And if you still live with your parents and you want to limit your consumption, and if you live with your parents and you want to start being zero waste, that is absolutely hard ass. I love that. I think that's so amazing. When I lived with my parents when I was younger, I had absolutely no intention of living sustainably. I honestly I don't think I knew what it was. I had 100 pairs of shoes. There's so many reasons why we can feel overwhelmed. So I just want to end this video by saying there's no such thing as completely zero waste. So don't try too hard to be completely perfectly zero waste, and don't beat yourself up when that doesn't happen. It's basically impossible to be zero waste waste in a society not designed for it. And it's even more impossible if you're not in control of everything. And like, honestly, guys, I'm not in control of everything either. We just do the best that we can, and I think that's amazing. So just keep working. I think you're all doing an amazing job, and I think it's so admirable that you want to reduce your impact. That is so cool. So take that from this video, if nothing else. See you guys next time, and take really good care of yourselves. Until then, bye! Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!